Good afternoon, and welcome to Big Bag Sports Podcast with your host, Stephen Lavasser. And today's show is going to be on the NFL, the NBA, MLB, last night's game, and basically last night's games, actually, because we had the Braves and the Dodgers, we had the Astros versus the Rays, and we also had the Titans versus the Bills. So, with that being said, I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope everybody wants some money. I hope everybody is doing something productive with themselves, because if you're not trying or you're not cheating, you're not winning. You got to do something to get to the bag, man. And life is hard. So, with that being said, I welcome you to my podcast for anybody out there that's listening. And I'm hoping that I can make somebody some money. I'm hoping I can make somebody their day seem a little bit better. And I'm hoping if it's a bad day, man, keep it positive, man. Good things happen when you keep it positive. Anything can change, man. So with that being said, we're gonna start this day off with let's see. I was gonna go with the NBA earlier. So I was gonna go with that, but we're gonna jump right into it. Really, we're gonna switch everything around. I was gonna go with the NBA, but let's talk about the NFL because the game was last night. The NBA ended, so I'm gonna kind of put a rotation in line, so of which ones I want to talk about first. So, with that being said, we're gonna go right into the NFL and last night's game. Now, if you're watching last night's game, it was 16-42 Titans blowout. Sad part about it is I picked the Bills on that. So it pushes us to 6-7 for the year right now. But I have confidence that we can bounce back and have a better second half on terms of this week, because the Sunday games is coming up. We already played the Tuesday game, which was, is kind of different and kind of odd of you trying to say that, but we played the Tuesday game. And now, the new week is starting because Thursday night starts the new week. So we got the Sunday game coming up, and then we got the Thursday game coming up, and we have the Sunday game and the Monday game. So, it's a good slate of football coming up. We also got baseball tonight. We got game 3 starting at 3:05 Eastern. So put your ticket in if you ain't put your tickets in yet for the baseball game. It's going to be the Dodgers versus the Braves at 3:05 early start. So that's how we're going to begin, man. So let's kick this off. Let's get this started. Let's do this. So, I'm excited. I'm hyped. I'm ready. Today's a good day. It's nice and cold outside like always, but we in New York. So this is how New York do. It's that time of the season. So enough being said, and let's start today off with the Bills versus the Titans. And I already told you guys it was 42-16 in favor of the Titans at Titans Field. So after a long layoff too, that's kind of like wow. But I was riding with the Bills last night, and I took the 3 or the 3.5, and wherever the spread was at that time and at that moment. So I took the 3. I'm kind of upset at myself, man, because maybe I should have looked more into it. I thought I really devalued the Titans in the end, and because of their close games, and maybe I got to look past that. The spread wasn't that good. The Bills has been riding a good wave, and everything was looking fine and dandy, and Josh Allen was up for MVP consideration. He was balling, but last night he wet the bed, man. He didn't come on. It was not the best performance, man. Especially, they was missing their wide receiver. They was missing wide receivers, so Diggs was getting most of the targets last night. So it didn't really work. It didn't really work out well for Josh Allen. So with that being said, they didn't cover the 3.5 that was predicted. So, what can you say, man? Things happen. People lose. let's see what we do Thursday, and let's see what we do Sunday, and let's see what we do Monday to make it up, and to just end the week on a better note, because the whole goal of this is to win some money, man, and it's for me to gain the numbers that show that my predictions is going off right. So I want to put myself in the winning position. So enough with that being said, and I'm gonna make my picks down the line for the Thursday game, and the next one for the Sunday game, and the next one for the Monday game. So we're gonna see what we can do. But with that being said, um Henry had about 2 touchdowns, 59 yards. He ran lights out. He did decent with the run, man. I mean, I'm not gonna say lights out. I mean, I think that's a little too much. I mean, if he had like 200 yards or 150 yards, 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns, even though that would have been lights out. But 59 yards, two touchdowns, an amazing stiff arm. If you rewatch that game, an amazing stiff arm on Josh Norman, man. He threw Norman to the other side of the room. So, with that being said, man, like, I know Josh Norman's a corner, and Henry is like 235, 240. Boy's a monster. 6'4", 230, man. That's a big dude to be running, and you trying to take him down. But man, Henry, man, threw him like a rag doll, man. Like, he threw him to the other side of the wall, man. It was insane. It was a great stiff arm. I like that. I haven't seen a good stiff arm in a long time. And I mean, that's Henry's, like, basically, that's his trademark, man. Like, he loves to do that stiff arm, man. And he's a big dude, man. And he even said it. I think he said it in one of the post game interviews. He was like, doing too much curls. Look like he's doing too much curls, man. Sure, the way he threw Josh Norman, looked like he was doing too much curls. Sure, man. I don't think Josh Norman wants. I mean, Josh Norman did come back and then try to tackle him again. So I give him the props that he didn't let that. He didn't run away from it. But man, that stiff arm was incredible. So if you was watching the game last night and seeing that stiff arm, man, I know I got out of my seat, man, and I was just like, wow. Like, that had to be a highlight that had to be a highlight. So with that being said, like I said, the 3.5 was covered by the Titans. So that pushes us to 6-7 on the NFL, and we gotta do better. So we're gonna do better, and we gotta do better, and we're gonna do better. So basically, that's how we gonna go about it. Thursday, we're gonna go and try to strike the needle, and we got Sunday. So let's go. So next on the list is that Le'Veon Bell gets released by the Jets, and this happened yesterday. And I lost the bet against a friend of mine because he told me that this was going to happen, but not the release part, but it was going to be a trade, or Le'Veon Bell was going to be playing for somebody. And I gave, he won the bet. I'm a man of my word. I stand by my bets, man. I don't like to run from my bets. I don't like to BS on my bets. So with that being said, he won his bet. Whatever the bet was, everything got handled right. And congratulations, man. Congratulations to Mike. Congratulations, man. Good bet. So I had to give him a shout. I'm gonna give him a shout out on my podcast. So like I said, Le'Veon Bell gets released, and same old Jets, same old situation. Maybe it's not even the Jets. Maybe it's just Adam Gates, because he doesn't run his the running backs, man. It's like, pure example of, you got Kenyon Drake in with the Cardinals, and then you got what they're doing right now with Miami. You had Devontae Parker. He wasn't getting the ball. I don't know, man. It was a disaster when he was with Miami, and now it's a disaster with the Jets. I'm not a Jets fan, so I don't even really know what to say about them. But I'm not a Jets fan. All I know is the Patriots need to pick him up. That would be a great asset, because that's what we're going to go get down to. Where's Le'Veon Bell going to go? Now, everybody's saying either they're gonna go to Pittsburgh with the yellow and black, or he's gonna go to New England and he's gonna ball with Cam Newton, or maybe the Ravens. Ravens, I think would be a great it'll be a great upgrade to their running back collection because the Ravens need to make a move. I think they need to make a move, but people might like the way the Ravens are set up right now, but I don't think that is gonna help them to go further into the playoffs if they don't have. They need more dynamic players, man. You can't rely on all Lamar Jackson all the time and to take over the game, and especially if they get behind, man, it's hard for them to come back. So I would like to see, I would like to see where Le'Veon Bell goes. The Jets, the Jets already, they didn't want to take the cap hit because if he stayed there after the trade deadline, they're gonna take a massive cap hit and all vice versa. But you guys is tanking, man. I would have thought, you know what? Why not keep him for next year? Especially you get Trevor Lawrence, bring have him. But maybe if they don't get Trevor Lawrence and they're not able to get a quarterback or whatever, they keep their trust in Sam Darnold. They might do whatever. They might do a Jets move. So whatever the Jets move is gonna be, they're going to just do a Jets move. So with that being said, I don't know where Le'Veon Bell is gonna go, but I would like to see him in the Patriots jersey. Bill Belichick has, he has done this before. He has picked up Amendola. He has picked up Wes Walker, Randy Moss, Corey Dillon from years ago, the running back from the Cincinnati Bengals. He has picked up a lot of guys that he had troubles with covering, or he had troubles with like when he played against them. And I mean, why not? Like, he's an upgrade against Burkhead. He's an upgrade against James White, Sony Michelle. The last dude is escaping my name, but he ran for like 100 yards, 17 carries the previous game before they had this whole COVID-19 situation. But he's an upgrade he's an upgrade for them. So if you put him in the slot, he can go in the slot. He could be your next best wide receiver because you have Henry, and then you got Amendola, and then you got whoever else is out there, N'Keal Henry and Amendola, and you got whoever else is out there, and you could put Le'Veon Bell in the slot, and he can run slot, and he can run plays, man. So I would like to see what happened. I would like to see that. That would be an awesome move by the Patriots, and that would be a Patriot move to show you guys that we take dudes that you guys don't want, you guys don't need, and we turn them into better players. Or I mean, Le'Veon Bell was a better player, but we do something with them because Adam Gates clearly didn't know what he was doing with Le'Veon Bell, and the Jets had to give him up because nobody was going to trade for Le'Veon Bell. I mean, that was obvious. We already knew that Le'Veon Bell was going to be gone. I mean, I knew he was going to be gone, man, and maybe I should have never took that bet, but whatever. You win some, you lose some, and then you eat some cake. So basically saying, so like I said, I mean, I want to see what happens. So I want to see where he goes. I want to see who picks him up. And we got one of the other games that I like on the slate. I'm just gonna, this just a beginning game. We still got Thursday, we still got Sunday, and then we still got Monday games to go into. But that's gonna be another episode. If people are watching, that's gonna be another episode. So with that being said, we're gonna go into the Bucks versus the Packers. My prediction is the Packers is gonna win. I'm not giving no against the spreads yet. I'm gonna wait till my next episode or down the line episodes to give my spread predictions and see how we do, because we are 6-7 and we do want to go over 500 and stay over 500 for the remainder of the season. So with that being said, we're gonna do what we gotta do, man. So I don't know. Right now, I'm taking the Packers. I think the points, but I don't know what the points. I think the points is like 3, probably 2, 2.5, 3, somewhere in that margin. So, but I'm taking the Packers right now just to win. I didn't say no spread yet. I ain't giving out no spread yet. I'm gonna give it out on another episode. So I'm taking the Packers just to win, and it's gonna be a good game, man. Whenever you get Tom Brady and you get Aaron Rodgers in the same field against each other, whew, they should have played a long time ago. I think it was more. I wanted to see Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers more than I really wanted to see versus Peyton Manning. I mean, I like Peyton Manning. I mean, I think that was the beginning because there was the Peyton came before, way before Rodgers came. But man, Brady and Rodgers, I want to see that game. That's going to be a very good game. And like I said, I'm riding with the cheeseheads over there. I'm not a cheesehead fan, but I'm riding with the cheeseheads, and I'm taking them for the win. I like them for the win, and let's see how it goes, man. But I'm riding with the cheeseheads. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a competitive game, and I like what I see. I like Aaron Jones. Hopefully, Devontae Parker is going to be suited up. More likely, he should be suited up. So if you got him in your fantasy lineup, that'd be a good play to start. And I just like everything I see with the Packers, man. And man, they are sneaky and very, very hungry to get that Super Bowl ring because I would like to see Rodgers get a Super Bowl ring, especially. I mean, look at what he does, man. He does this almost every year. He comes out and he balls, and I mean, he's been balling for a while, man. And, everybody be like, "Oh, he was on the decline and this and that." No, man, come on. Like it was just, man. Like Green Bay was just not giving him anything to use, man. They were just drafting defense left and right, defense left and right, defense left and right, and not giving him like wide receivers and not giving him really help over there. But it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. They drafted Dillon, the running back, AJ Dillon, and I haven't seen nothing happen with that. So I'm like way past the heads over there with Green Bay, and I'm just gonna say that Aaron Rodgers has a reason to be upset because you guys are trying to push him out the door for Love, which is he's not better than Aaron Rodgers, and he got a while before he can get anywhere near, and I don't even think he's even gonna get remotely close to his level. So, I mean, if you guys want to get rid of Aaron Rodgers next year, us Patriots always could take him. Why not, man? I would love to see him and Bill Belichick. Him and Bill Belichick, amazing. It would be amazing, man. It would be amazing. Man, kid at Christmas if he went to the Patriots with. It'll be a kid at Christmas, man. And I don't know. Let's see. Like I said, let's see what happens. I look forward to how the games is gonna go, and let's go from there. Next on the list is the NBA. LeBron James, LeBron the King. I mean, some guy him as the greatest of all time. Me personally, I got Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time, and then it comes LeBron James. And everybody, people would say like, "Oh, LeBron's better than Mike," or the way I look at it is this is like, in all honesty, man, like Michael Jordan just had more memorable moments, like moments that you can remember. I remember the flu game. I remember the flu game. I remember him versus Utah. I remember I don't even know what to call that, man. It was incredible, man. I remember all that. And I mean, LeBron James is a great player, like absolute monster. Deserves all the respect in the world. I think upfront with you, he was a better humanitarian for blacks than Michael Jordan because he stood in the front lines. Jordan wasn't really doing all that. He was selling sneakers. He sells sneakers, and those people in the hood that was buying sneakers because it's the hood that buys most of the products that Jordan was putting out, especially with the sneakers, man. Like whatever the situation was, Michael Jordan wasn't really forefront in the whole black situation. Now they call it Black Lives. They got it as Black Lives Matter and everything like that. But I just say, just overall in general, it's just the whole black situation. Michael Jordan wasn't really in the forefront. He didn't like growing up. I didn't really hear too much about that, so I didn't really expect a lot to get towards that. So With that being said, LeBron James has taken the mantle as we consider it and as we call it, and LeBron James has stood up for a lot of like basically equality for blacks, man. So with that being with that, man, it's like, you give him it, man. Like number one on that. Number one on that, man. He surpassed Jordan on that. But as the best player, I think Michael Jordan was the best player, but it's two different positions. You also got LeBron. He's a point forward as we consider it. I remember Magic is just basically, if you compared him with Magic Johnson, it would be about the same. I think he's better than Magic. He's better than Magic. So people slow down. So don't think like that. But he's better than Magic. He's just a better version of Magic, man. And I remember a great player that died, man. I wish I had his career had kept on going. Lenny Bias, man. I think if Lenny Bias had survived and lived and was in playing the NBA and then get into the whole overdose thing and died, man. I mean, he would have been. I think he would have been what LeBron James is now during that era when Michael Jordan played. Because back then, it was it was way more difficult to play back then than what it is now. Nowadays, the game is soft. Everybody knows the game is soft. You can't touch your body. You can't do nothing. The game is soft, and it's because of the rule changes in these. They were scoring points back then too, but it's just because of the rule changes. No hand checking, no flagrant certain fouls. You can't even touch a person anymore. But back then, you know teams were just more physical. You also had You also had the Knicks. The Knicks was more physical. The Knicks was a lot better than back then than what they are now. And then you also had the East was a lot better. You had a lot of more competitive teams. I mean, the West was good too, but it was just more physical back then. It was just a different breed and a different game back then. It was a much more physical game, and that's what we lost nowadays because of all these rules and all these changes and all these like foul, foul, foul. Like, come on, man, ruining the game, man, and that's how it is. But with that being said, did he surpass him? In my opinion, no. Is he ever going to surpass him? Probably not, because I hold a strong. I don't know. I'm a big Jordan fan, man. I'm just a big Jordan fan. I'm not a big LeBron fan too, but I'm just a big Jordan fan. And then when it comes down to it, it's like 1A, 1B. Like, I don't know if you can really compare them, but I think Michael Jordan was more of a better Magic Johnson, and the person that came closest to Michael Jordan was Kobe Bryant, because he emulated everything he did. He did the same moves and the same plays and everything. So, let's see how the careers continue on. Who's the favorite for next year? I personally think is gonna be. I got the favorite up front with you. I think the favorite will probably be the Warriors, man, in my opinion. But I mean, I know the Lakers is the favorite right now, but in my opinion, I would take the Warriors because the Brooklyn Nets is plus 1,000 and it's plus 800 for the Warriors. Like, that's not bad, man. That's not bad odds, man. Like, that's really not bad odds, man. Especially if you taking the odds now, man, it's not bad odds. So, like, I could see that happening. I could see the Brooklyn Nets beating them. I can see the Warriors beating them, man. Like, everybody forgot about Steph and Clay and Draymond, and especially if they reload and then do something else with that offense. So I want to see what happens next year. But in more, like I said, I want to see what happens next year. In other categories, we also got the MLB last night, and I am 4-2. 2 wins last night with Major League. I'm happy that actually made my day because baseball is different. So I'm getting used to baseball, but I'm 4-2 with the baseball. And last night was a good night, man. And I mean, the Braves won 8-7 over the Dodgers, and the Rays won 5-2 over the Astros. And honestly, if I'm gonna make my World Series prediction right now, I'm gonna ride with the Rays. I'm gonna ride with the Rays to win the World Series, and we're gonna see what happens from there. But today is Game 3, and Game 3 starts in about an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes, depending. First pitch. It starts at early start is 3:05, so I'd say the game should be around like 3:30. It starts, but that's the early start for the Dodgers versus the Braves. So if you ain't put your ticket in yet, get to it because the game starts at 3:05, and then you got the 8:40 game with the Astros versus the Rays, Game 4. So the Braves in the Dodgers game, that's Game 3, and that starts at 3:05. More likely at 3:30 would be the exact time that everything gets down to it, or about not even 3:30. That's a little too far. 3:15, 3:15, everything gets down to it. Pitching, first pitch, and everything. And if you're watching it, I hope, like I said, man, I hope you make some money, man. You win some money, you do your thing, man. Especially if you're a baseball person, I hope you win some money, and I hope the best. So, like I said, with tonight's, I already have my World Series pick as the Rays, so I'm gonna ride with the Rays to the World Series and to win the World Series. I mean, they're already ahead of the Astros, and it's about 3-1. Today's Game 4. This is an elimination game for the Astros, and then you got Game 3 with the Dodgers. So with that being said, I also I'm gonna make my picks for the baseball today because there's only baseball. There's no NFL. That was last night, and like I said, NFL 6-7, Major League Baseball 4-2. We live in strange times. So enough with that, and let's go ahead and let's continue on. So with the Astros versus the Dodgers, the Astros versus the Rays. I'm bugging. With the Astros versus the Rays, I'm gonna go with the Rays tonight. It's an elimination game. I don't know. Maybe the Dodgers, maybe the Astros take one. You never know. But I'm gonna ride with the Rays. Elimination game. It would be nice to eliminate a team that was considered cheating last year, and to eliminate them, get them out the way, and prepare yourself for the Dodgers or the Braves or whoever wins that series, and prepare yourself. And that's it, man. So let's see how it goes. I don't know if it will be considered a sweep. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Astros come out and they win. But I'm gonna ride with I'm gonna put my stamp on the Rays today, and that's the 8:40 game. And I'm gonna put my stamp on the Braves to beat the Dodgers again. The Dodgers tried, man. I mean, I can't even lie to you. 8-7. Shoot, in the end, they gave a lot of effort, man. So that might be a very tight game. So I like to see what happens with that game. So that's not a knock on both teams, but I mean the Braves held on and took the win. So let's see what happens. But like I said, I got the Rays, and we're gonna continue on. But in all news, man, I hope everybody enjoys their day. I hope you guys make some money. Whoever's betting, bet wisely. And this is all based on my opinions. And be cautious when you bet, man. Make sure you work hard for your money. So make sure your money works hard for you. Just don't be out there giving your money away for free. So you take what you want to take, and we go from there. But like I said, this is Big Bag Sports Podcast, and this is Steven Lavasa. I am out. Peace.